Hi, I'm Scott.
And I'm Michele, and we are the owners of the Main Street Mouse.
This is the Main Street Mouse Weekly Podcast, show number 201 for September 22nd, 2025.
For your safety, remain seated with the doors closed, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside while the tram is moving. And supervise your children.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion.
Because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness!
Soar into tower. We are ready for takeoff.
Dead men tell no tale.
I know not who you are, nor how I came to find you. But may I just say,
Come on, everybody. Here we go.
Here we go on another Monday.
Another Monday is here.
Another Monday is here. How y'all doing out there?
How y'all doing?
Y'all? We're definitely south today.
Well, no, it's funny because on my podcast, I was joking about that because I said y'all on something.
Right.
And my Michigan besties called me out on it. They're like, you're from Detroit. What's with this y'all?
They brought it up to you during the meetup at Raglan Road.
Was it?
Because when Paula was calling out the winners for the for the raffle, and she said, how many times does Michele say y'all? Or something like that. It was funny.
Well, we have lived in the South for 11 years.
That's right.
But then I have other people say they like my Michigan accent. So maybe it's a Michigan accent with an occasional y'all.
You're from the south side of Michigan. The southern
Actually, we are from southern
we
Michigan.
are from the southernest part of Michigan. There's only like 28 miles between where we lived and Ohio. So
Okay, yeah. So you guys really didn't need to hear all of that. But hi, happy Monday.
Monday. And it's a Lions game day Monday.
Yeah, so like we're recording this and Scott is like counting down to the Lions game tonight because like he's got to figure out how to order his pizza and get all set before 8:15.
And this is a big game. We're playing Chuck's team, the Baltimore Ravens tonight.
Yeah, I know.
They're very good.
I know.
So I'm a little on the nervous side.
Yeah, I feel that way too.
Because I don't want to go to bed angry.
I don't want you to go to bed
upset.
angry
But
because
then when they win, I go to bed happy, and it's hard to go to sleep when you're coming down from when you're all happy.
well,
Can't
you know,
win either way.
I'd rather you be happy than like football mad because football mad is a different kind of mad.
There's nothing like football.
It is like the most utmost disappointment combined with fury.
And it's more disappointment when you're supposed to win and you don't. So, like the first game of the season against Green Bay, we were at the NBC Grill at Universal.
Yeah.
Watching the game, getting ready to go to HHN. And I was already stressed out because I knew I wasn't going to be at home watching the game.
I know.
And we lost. And what did I say at the table? We're sitting there with like 9 other people at the table. I said, the scare actors better be afraid of me tonight.
You're so ridiculous. It's
coming at 'em.
not that big of a deal.
It's Lions football. It is a big
No,
deal.
I know it is, but I mean, you can't. There's nothing we can do about it. But anyway, yeah. So I don't even know. So I have a feeling, just because it's only a few minutes in, I have a feeling that this show might be a little all over the board.
No, I can wheel it back in.
Can you? Okay, are you? He's reeling it back
Reeling
in.
it back
as
in. It's
we
like catching
speak.
fish.
But I can't promise that I won't, drift off.
You're the one that I may have to reel back in. But we'll do our best.
Okay.
So let's get started. Since we do have a game in about 2 hours, we got to get ready for it.
I know.
So Adventures in Florida Living. So we didn't have a lot going on last week. We did have a couple media events. We did have the one on Monday, and we talked about that on last Monday's show where we went to Magic Kingdom in the morning. Then you had the DVC tour
Right.
in the early afternoon. So this week on Wednesday, as we told you guys, we were going to Space 220. They were celebrating their 4th anniversary, and they have a new menu that's getting ready to come out for the lounge, correct?
Yes. I thought it was just on the menu, period.
I thought they said the lounge menu. Maybe it was just menu.
You can tell we didn't pay attention, did we?
We ate the food.
Yeah, so because it's their 4th anniversary. So here was the thing. So they said that they were adding menu items, but actually, like, once you started talking to the chefs, they were more like tweaking stuff they already had.
Right, that's exactly what I mean, I think there was some new stuff. I know the last 2 things on the menu said were complete, just they were leaving them the way they were, which was the cauliflower.
Yes, that's been around.
Which I honestly thought that was like Chinese chicken bites The,
Oh yeah,
the
it's like a
breading
sweet and
look,
sour chicken. It's like Chinese restaurant.
just like it without the sauce on top. It looks exactly like it, and everybody kept saying how good it. I'm not a cauliflower fan, so I did not try it.
Okay, but you know what made it even more like a Chinese dish
Mm.
was they used tempura breading on it,
Oh,
just like
okay.
you would, you know.
Right.
So and then the sauce. But to me, being an avid sweet and sour chicken
Right.
eater and liking vegetables, it does. You could put that over rice and make a nice dinner.
Cauliflower rice.
No,
Just go all cauliflower.
how about regular? But yeah, so I've had that before. And then they had the dessert flight.
Oh my gosh, the dessert flight. That's new.
Yeah.
From what the pastry chef came out and talked about that, the dessert chef, and he was saying how he came up with that whole new thing, and that was great.
Except the dome isn't new. There's
The
like
dome
a
isn't-
dome chocolate like a cheesecake mousse
But the
something or
rest
other.
of it was fantastic.
But yeah, so I didn't eat much because it was things I don't eat.
And you're a little bit on the you don't eat meat.
No. Oh, I do. I just said I eat chicken.
So I'm actually looking at the menu right in front of me. So the very first thing they brought us when we sat down was their lobster bao buns. And I don't eat lobster,
Nor do I.
nor does Michelle. So we sat there. It looked good.
It looked good, and I sat there wishing it was chicken salad instead of lobster.
That would have been great.
Because I like the way the bao buns taste. I just think they're kind of cool.
And they look like they may have toasted the bao buns a little. 'cause
Yeah, it
usually
almost-
they don't look like they're cooked. They're usually just that whole bright white color, and these ones look like they were grilled. Maybe
It almost looked like the top of a hamburger
it
bun.
kind of did, but it was the bao bun texture.
I guess so. I don't know. I didn't eat it.
I know it
So.
would have been good. And then they brought us out what they called currywurst. So it was bratwurst with a curry ketchup sauce.
And you could smell the curry when
could
they put
smell
it
it.
down.
I
Yeah.
usually don't like curry at all. These were actually really good. The sauce was very good. Had a sweet to it. I really liked those. They turned out much better than I thought they would.
Oh,
A
okay.
bit nervous. Then we got the one of yours that you absolutely would never eat, solar flare pork belly. Which
Just
was
the
good.
words pork belly seems foul to me. But
So
anyway,
what they did was they took slices of pork belly, fried it up, and then it was served with like a spiced applesauce.
it looked like spam.
Kind of did, but it was much better than that. And then we got their Astro Cluck and Comet Crisp, which is their chicken and waffles.
Yeah. So I had a little bite of that. So I did eat something.
And that had a spicy maple syrup on it, but it was more spice than it was maple. I never really tasted
I thought it was
maple.
pretty good. I mean,
It was good, yeah.
considering that I'm not a huge spice person, but I try really hard.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was good.
And it had spicy pickles on it.
I didn't have that. I just had the sauce because
Pickles were spicy.
they said because the guy when he brought it out, he said be careful because the pickles are very hot.
They had some warmth to them. And I like spice, and they did have a little bit. Next up was the Saturn Reuben sandwich. Now, I'm not a fan of sauerkraut, so I did not try this.
Mhm.
But the presentation of the one they had on the one table made it look like a UFO. When
Yeah, I
when
suppose, yeah.
They cooked it, so it had like a ring around, almost Saturn, I guess. It was supposed to be like Saturn, the planet in the middle.
Because it was like marble rye.
It was
right?
very cool. And then the Blue Moon cauliflower, which you liked, which has blue cheese dust on it. Did you know that?
I did not because it doesn't. I don't like blue cheese and it doesn't taste like
Yeah,
that.
house-made hot sauce and blue cheese dust is what was on there.
Well, maybe a dusting is okay.
Then we had a short rib slider, which was really good actually. Tasted really, really good. I liked that a lot. And then, like you said, the flight 220 it was called, with the cosmic cheesecake, the cookies and cream macaron, and then the strawberry Saturn.
Yes.
And those were all great.
Very, very rich though. Very sweet. So like if they put down the desserts in front of you and you have like a table full of people or you're with your family, trust me, it's plenty because
plenty.
it is so sweet.
And they're full size.
Yeah, they don't skimp on it. They're like full size desserts.
Yeah, they told us it was $18 for the flight.
Yeah, $18 isn't bad.
That's not bad for 3 full-size desserts that you can split. I mean, there was 4 of us eating off our plate, and there was still some left over. We
Yes,
didn't
there
even eat it all.
was.
The macaroon, because it said cookies and cream. You know I'm not a big cookies and cream fan, but there was a big piece of caramel, like a whole thing of caramel in there, and that made
Right.
it so much better.
I didn't try that one.
And it was like Werther's caramel, so it was.
It's okay. So Werther's is a whole other thing.
Yeah, it was good. So I am appreciative they let us come out and get to do this. It was a lot of fun. It was good just hanging out with our friends and such.
And we got to try some of their drinks, and the atmosphere there is really nice. And I think that oftentimes you don't hear a lot of people talk about that restaurant, and I
Yeah.
think because it's off over by Mission Space, and
Right.
they were even saying like so the media had to be out by the time like or they didn't make us like take our plates away, but we
Right.
had to be out shortly after because they were opening, and it wasn't like a mad crowd to get in there at
No,
all
it
for
wasn't.
lunch.
And I think, like you said, it's kind of hidden. You don't really know it's unless you're going to Mission Space. You would never even see the sign for it.
No, unless you're like I guess these days, see, I feel out of touch. Sidebar. I feel out of touch with families that plan a Disney vacation now
Okay.
because when I used to plan a Disney vacation, it was so much easier because you didn't have to have a reservation for everything.
True.
Um,
Or if you did, it was a lot easier to get one.
yeah, I mean, like a restaurant, maybe sure you can make a reservation. But like like for the parks and the stupid what's it called the pass I can't stand
Oh, Lightning Lane.
lightning lane and all that. I had a point. Oh, okay, so maybe somebody like a mom planning a trip for her family.
Right.
If you have a if you go through if you're going to do the work and the homework, go through all the restaurants. Like if that pops up, it might be something like, oh, I forgot about this,
Right.
or maybe we should try this, or if they have a travel agent to point that out. But like I listen to all the chatter all the time with Disney stuff, and I don't hear a lot of people talking about that.
And it's good. I don't know why. I mean, I just think people forget it's there.
I do too. And well, okay, so sidebar
Of a sidebar.
of a sidebar. I'm gonna take it a step further. Disney has a ton of restaurants, like tons and tons and tons.
More restaurants than attractions,
Yeah, there's places to eat everywhere.
which is crazy if you think about that.
You threw me off.
Sorry. They have a ton of restaurants.
There's a ton of restaurants. Okay, yeah, okay. But there's a handful of them that you always hear about, but that are the most common talked about.
Right.
But there's so many more than just like Le Cellier. They talk about that one all the
Right.
time.
Right. For us, it's Viennapoli.
Yeah, Viennapoli, which, deserves to be talked about. I'm trying to think what other places.
Beer Garden's a big one. That a lot
Beer
of people
Garden,
know.
California Grill,
California Grill's a
which I can't afford.
Crystal Palace, I think, gets put up there. Somewhat? No?
I don't know. It's weird how there's just some that people talk about, but there's not that many. But I think that in the spirit of talking about Space 220, if you broaden your horizons some, there. If I were planning a trip,
Right.
I would want to look at a list and be like, I want to do something we never do.
Right.
And the reason being is when I used to plan our trips when we lived in Michigan, we tried new things, but we also had like comfort food
The
as
staples.
well.
The staples that are like, okay, we have to go back here, even though it wasn't a reservation. Earl Sandwich has always been that place for us. We always had Wolfgang Puck Express when it was there.
Yeah.
That's one of those places we always visited when we came down.
And also like we would take the boys to Crystal Palace, or we would trying to think what else we used to do. Tusker House breakfast when we were vacationing. And then since we lived here, we talked about that. We haven't been. So yeah, I mean, I think you have to force yourself because Disney people are creatures of habit, as we know, as am I, to try different things. And Space 20 might be one if you haven't tried it yet, to give it a go. Because atmosphere and
it's very cool to sit in there and see you're in outer space.
Yeah, and if you don't want to have like a meal there, they let you go up to the bar and you can order drinks. You don't need a reservation for that.
And appetizers.
Or a dessert.
Yeah, they have a lounge type menu.
Yeah. So go wandering in there. It's pretty cool. Okay, I'm so sorry I totally derailed.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Let's just talk more about Space 220. But it is their 4th anniversary. Thank you so much to them for having us out. We did have a good time. One of the things we were sitting there and we started talking, a few of us, that how cool would it be is if something were to ever happen to Space 220 and they closed it, to turn that into like a sports place and make all those windows sports games.
Oh, I don't know if it would go with over by Mission Space.
I'd be all for it.
I know you would.
I don't go on Mission Space, so
I don't either. I don't remember the last time.
yeah, it's been some time. So that was on Wednesday, and then Thursday we had another media event at Sunset Walk by the Margaritaville Resort, and this was celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. And then we had a chef demo. We had a chef from the Wharf, a chef from Estefan's Kitchen, and a chef from Margaritaville's restaurant. And it was great to watch them cook. And 2 of the 3 chefs cooked things that are not on the menus, but they were dishes that they had from their family.
Yeah. So, I really like the fact that all of these chefs were talking about recipes they learned growing up, like from a grandmother or their mother.
Right.
And I think it's like, I don't know. Do you sidebar?
Back to a sidebar.
Yeah. Do you think that this generation? Now I sound old. Maybe, I don't know, because of social media and because we're distracted all the time, that, like, we forget about those things because we're too busy. Like when I was growing up, and you and I talked about this, being my Nana was 100% Sicilian, and she would make all kinds of food from scratch, and I loved to watch her.
Right.
And she never measured anything.
Never measured it
just
at all.
Just a pinch of this, pinch of that. But I wish that I'm pretty sure the spaghetti sauce I make came from her through my gram, and then But I would love to know how she made that this amazing homemade pizza from scratch. How she made her Italian little cookies, which they were the best. All these things. So I appreciate the fact that all these guys had some sort of home.
Yeah, and they were all pretty much young. I mean, I would say late 20s, maybe
or early 30s.
But
yeah,
it's not like they're in their 40s and 50s.
No.
Younger chefs.
I would say 30s. Yeah. But so they made some stuff. Of course, I didn't get to try any of it because it was nothing.
Either had meat or seafood in it.
Yeah, I mean, so the last chef, this was kind of funny. So we don't know what they're making necessarily, but it's I saw the guy start with bananas.
Yeah, he was making some kind of plantain thing.
But he chopped up bananas and he deep fried them. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, yes, I'm going to get to try something. And then he smashed it like with beef.
Yeah.
And my fun was over.
Yeah, so I did try it and it was actually excellent. And I know people are probably, plantains and beef. And it actually had cheese on it too. It was fantastic, the flavor of it. So it was a plantain to make like the shell, I guess you could say. And then he put like a meat and I want to say carrot in the middle of it. And then he put cheese on top of that and baked it all together. And I would have never thought that flavors would have gone together. It was fantastic. It was hands down the best thing I had that night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have to take your word for it. Because
it's just sad because it's not on the menu. Because he was from the Wharf, and somebody asked him, "Are these on the menu?" And
they were like, "No."
Nope. The one, the chef from Estefan's Kitchen, that was one of their menu items, and it was a fried rice with shrimp in it, and bacon and beef and
it was
chicken
like a big, oversized, like everything but the kitchen sink stir fry dish, and they even made it with a wok, even though it was like Latin heritage. They use a wok. And then he was saying something about Asian food being sometimes meshed with Cuban food. And I can't say that for sure. I don't know firsthand, but they do serve that there.
Yes, that's at Estefan.
And it is like a big stir fry.
And that chef, when somebody asked him his background, his family owned a small diner, he said, in Cuba.
Yeah.
I think it was. And he said that he learned to bake and stuff, making pizzas and stuff like that, and sandwiches, and he eventually graduated to doing.
And they all went to culinary school,
and
yeah, it was kind of cool. And then after that, they had us go inside of Estefan's.
And that is a beautiful restaurant.
It is so pretty, you guys. It is so pretty. I mean, it's visually pleasing, as they say, how they decorated it.
And this restaurant is owned by Gloria Estefan and her husband Emilio Estefan.
Yes.
They own that together.
And they used to own bongos
They used to own
at
bongos.
Disney Springs.
And
That was a
actually-
wild place.
And the chef who cooked from them, who was out there for the demonstration, he worked at Bongos. He told us.
Yeah, and he said it was a wild place.
He said it was a wild, wild place to be at.
You could always hear like you could be like down further away,
You
like
could be at World of Disney.
yeah,
see a
and you
party
could
going on at
hear
Bongos.
the music. There was always music. Do you remember that?
Yep.
And that place was really popular. So this is not just for reference. This is not like Bongos.
It's more of an upscale, very.
Yeah,
nice
it's not a party place. It's
Although Saturday nights it becomes a party.
so Saturday nights from 10 to 1.
It's Bongos Club or 10 to 1:30. That's
Okay.
what it was. 10 to 1:30.
They have a DJ and there's like club dancing. And I
Call it
was
Club Bongo.
excited. Now, I would probably be tired the next day. But yeah, so they play dance music, and I'm sorry that I didn't know that when my friends were in town.
I never heard of that before.
No, I had no idea. So we learned something.
We did.
And yeah, it was really cool. Sunset Walk is kind of, we're talking about hidden gems. It definitely is. So it's not far from Walt Disney
Not
World.
at all.
Like what, less than 10 minutes?
Probably less than, yeah.
From
closest to
World
Animal.
Drive.
Yeah, from World Drive, or if you come up the back way out of Animal Kingdom, you can
You're
go
almost
that
there.
way. It's just on 192. It's just down the way from 192. So it's,
Yeah, it's where all those tourist attractions are. So the Margaritaville Resort is there,
mhm.
and then they have like the Sunset Walk is really great. And then on the weekends they have like music and they have street vendors.
auto
and
show. They do a
yeah,
festival
yeah.
all the
So
time.
I think that it made me sad to be there on a Thursday and have it look so quiet.
Yes.
Because I'm like,
Right.
more people should be here. But then I know on the weekends, like
Yeah.
we have gone to get like carry out from over there and can't get to the restaurant.
No, it is solidly packed with people everywhere, and they've got a good assortment of different food places. Some places
Dessert
Some
places.
places are going in and coming out. They're switching out some restaurants, but it's really an up and coming place.
Yeah,
And I think if you give it enough time, it's going to be really pretty big eventually.
I think so. I mean, I still want to stay at the Margaritaville Resort. We haven't done that.
I would love to stay in one of the condo type places or townhouses.
I'll take
there that-
anything.
Where they have their own hot tubs for each one of the little buildings.
Hot
That'd
tub
be so
sounds
cool.
wonderful. All right. So anyway,
So, but that's all we really did last week, just those two events. But it was we had a lot of work to do with LPA and such last week. So
yeah, we had other stuff holding us down.
we always have other stuff to do.
We always have other stuff.
So we got a couple media events coming up here. Not this week, but the week after. Beginning on October 3rd, we have the Swan and Dolphin Food and Wine Classic preview.
Yes,
Which is absolutely one of my favorite events of the year.
you love that
I
event.
love that event. And I don't drink, but the food, I love being able to sample all the different foods and such that they have out there. Because not every food I want, because some of them does have shrimp or seafood that I
Yeah.
don't touch. But a lot of them do have some really great twists on food
Yeah.
options and such. And I'll be curious to see this year, because Shula's was always one of the biggest booths there. Their
Yes.
steak was the best. Everybody wanted the
Yes.
Shula steak slider.
And that line was always super long.
Always, and now they're gone. They're not.
There's
not
a new
there-
steakhouse
there's
there.
a new steakhouse. So I'll be curious to see how theirs matches up to what Shula's was.
Yeah, and I think people like this is an event at the Swan and Dolphin that I believe that if you go to it, there's people that go every year.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they wait for the tickets.
They rent the room. They rent a room.
Rent a
there,
room,
'cause
the
it's 2 days.
Yeah, and it's right. You can walk right to Epcot.
Mhm.
You can even walk to the studios if you want.
We did it a couple years ago. We went over there for the food and wine preview. Then we remembered one of our bands we wanted to go see was playing at Epcot. It was
Yes.
I can't think what name it was. Big Bad Voodoo Daddy. Was
Yeah.
So we walked over there. We listened to one of their sets, and then we walked back.
Yeah, because like we had to walk off some food, and the event was still going on.
It was. We got
But-
dessert when we got back.
Yeah, we got dessert when we got back. But yeah, it's a good time. It's getting more and more crowded. Like
Every
people love it.
And they have good music playing. They
Yeah.
have it's really a fun outdoor party.
It is. It's almost like a fancy garden party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good
You know
way
what I'm
to look at it.
saying?
Yeah, that's a
It's
good way to
not
say it.
because they have music. They have the tables set up, or it's a good time. So if you haven't tried it, yeah, do that.
I don't know if tickets are the tickets should still be available. I haven't heard that it's sold out yet, so you might want to go to
We know nothing.
yeah, so
Mm,
just
about
go to
tickets.
the Swan and Dolphins website, and I'm sure you'll see something on there
Yeah.
about the Food and Wine Classic. And it's definitely a good time that you will enjoy.
Yeah.
If you like food, if you like drinks, this is for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. And then we're going to go back to the Sunset Walk, the Promenade Sunset Walk on October 4th, because they are having the Best of Challenge Chili Edition. And I know one of the judges who's going to be there.
It is Scott Atwood, I heard.
I heard he's going to be a judge for the chili cook-off. So he's kind of excited.
Yeah, they
about
asked
that.
they asked Scott to be a judge, which is great for him because I couldn't do it because of all the stuff
If
people.
there's spice, if there's anything.
Well, I could probably live with the spice. It's the beef.
Oh yeah, there's
or
gonna be
if-
beef, there's gonna be steak, there could be chicken, there could be pork dishes. I'm hoping there's nothing with shrimp or anything
Because
like
you
that.
can't try it.
Because I won't be able to try it. But
I'll
I'm
have to
gonna guess
smell it.
most of it is. Well, I'll try. I could try the sauce maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would have to find
Yeah,
out.
please
but
don't like have yourself like puff up.
I'm gonna
because
bring
of
an EpiPen just in case to stab myself in the.
You should be fine. It's chilly. It's
I
chilly.
should be. So it's a bunch of their venues that are going to be participating in this event. Ford's Garage, Estefan's Kitchen, Island H2 Water Park, Lizzie's Memphis Style Barbecue, Rock and Brews, which is one of my favorite places, El Jefe's Tequilas, Cowboy Chicken, Encore Resorts, and The Wharf. They're all going to be there as the ones contributing to the cook-off.
Oh.
So there's
I'll
gonna
be
lots to
watching.
Try. So I'm looking forward to that. It's kind of fun. You got to do the drinking one at
Yeah, okay,
Edison.
here's the thing. All right, let's pull
They come to
over.
me for food. They go to you for drinks.
Yeah, like, okay. Now, mind you, this is the same company that I did the Edison, the what was it
The
called?
bartender's bash.
Bartender bash and judged alcoholic drinks. But yeah, so they asked me to judge alcohol and you to judge chili.
Because they know you won't eat it.
But they know I'll drink. Is that what you're saying?
They know you'll have a drink, but they know you're not going to eat because they're not worried about putting bacon in a drink, though they could.
They do, or
could,
when they
never
put
mind.
seafood on the top of a drink, and I'm just like, no, thank you, sir.
No.
No.
But there's a better chance of you enjoying the drink because I don't drink.
Okay, so truth be told, like they're not wrong. I'm just making an observation.
So it's kind of like when we get invited to Raglan and I eat the food and you try the drinks.
Okay, yeah, but here's
We
the
tag team it.
yeah. This makes me sound really bad. Ugh.
Actually, you don't drink that much anymore at all because you can't.
I can't. I'm on medicine, and it makes me feel like horrible. I even meetup weekend, I drank water almost the whole time. Even at Raglan, I didn't have much
No.
because I don't want to be sick. But so the bar, I'm trying to bail myself out. So the bartender's bash, you just have to try something when you're a judge.
It's just funny. So the people who attend the bartender's bash to sample the drinks, the people who buy a ticket to go to the event, they get these little tiny, little bit bigger than a shot glass sized drinks.
Yeah.
One from each of the stations. The judges get the full
full
size
size.
version it's exactly the way they would make it to sell it.
Right. But
Presentation and everything has to be perfect.
and that's when you have to know your limits. But like so even for me, let's say okay, all right, I'm just gonna be honest. Both times that we went, there's been drinks that I have not liked.
Right.
I have not cared for them.
Right.
I don't know why they just weren't my thing. And now, mind you, these people are trying to come up with creative things, and I give them
Unique.
yeah, and I give them that for creativity, but which is one of the categories, by the way. But like when I was explaining how when we went this past time, there was that habanero
Yes.
habanero sauce on the top,
Correct.
and I did not know that's what it was, and they didn't say what it was.
You found out when it was
Found out terrible. Like my lips were numb for a half hour. So yeah, it's not always easy to do that because there's certain things that But like for you, chili cook-off. This is your thing.
Oh, this is my thing. I love chili. I absolutely love
he
chili.
does.
I love and the hotter the chili, the better.
Yeah, I'm really excited that you get to do this. I'm gonna sit back and watch.
I'm gonna have fun with this.
I think you're gonna have a great time.
And I love to talk to chefs. I love to see what the chefs are thinking when they create something. So I think it's gonna be fun for me to be able to do it from that standpoint. Not just judge it, but actually learn from the chef why they put certain ingredients in, different things they've done. to
Someone's
create their-
asking you to be judgy.
They are asking me to be judgy. And I'm gonna judge.
Gonna be all judgy.
I'm gonna wear a judge's gown and everything.
For your
I'm going-
gavel.
I'm going there, my gavel be like, "You're guilty of good chili."
All right. Anyway.
Anyway, so those are our upcoming media events as of right now. If anything else does come out, we will be sure to let you guys know in next week's show. But as of right now, those are the only two we have coming up.
Oh,
in the
goodness.
hopper. So we got some news this week. A couple of things we'll probably go a little bit further into, but I'm going to run through these really quick. The first one that happened shortly after we went off the air last week, and I think it was actually Tuesday morning that we found out about it, was the paddlefish at Disney Springs was robbed by what we're calling Scuba Steve. Somebody actually put on scuba gear, swam over to the paddlefish. There were still employees there.
They were shutting down for the
They
night.
were shutting down, but somebody broke in there, and I think $10,000 they got away with.
Yeah. Okay.
They're lucky they didn't get away with a gator on their body.
Right. So here's my. Okay. I don't know for sure. Now, I wrote the article.
Right.
So I know enough to know what happened. So, like, Scuba Steve got to the paddlefish. There's two managers counting down the drawers or whatever they do at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the money stuff was out
Right.
and available. So that's why he got $10,000.
I think it was an inside job because somebody had to know.
Somebody had to tell him, like, you know, they count money at this time.
Right.
An ex-employee, a disgruntled employee,
Yeah.
I don't know. And I think, okay, speaking of, and that water is nasty, by
That
the way.
water's so even if there was no gators in there, the water's just nasty.
But in fairness, we never see gators in that water.
No, I've seen a lot of turtles. But I've never seen.
Yeah, and
Ducks.
fish, and it smells terrible. So I would guess, now, if I were Scuba Steve, I would get into the water someplace not so far from the restaurant.
I would get into it from like behind the balloon or something, like really close.
Something really close. Or Saratoga.
Yeah, exactly. So you just have
And
to go across that little ways.
yeah, oh my God.
But even that, how would you be? There is security everywhere at Disney.
Not in the swampy water.
There's cameras everywhere. So for somebody to walk, say Saratoga, like you just said, if they're walking down the path of Saratoga on the water, then if you look at camera and you see a guy walking in full body scuba gear, are you just gonna sit there and go, "Hey, I wonder what Scuba Steve's doing"?
Right. You know what?
He's just practicing.
Okay, so this is the part of journalism that I struggle with because I have a very twisted, outrageous sense of humor.
Oh yeah,
I
People
laugh.
don't have any idea.
I laugh at just about everything. And it was very hard for me to write that because, okay, here's the thing. Those two employees, I'm sure they were terrified.
Oh yeah, they had to be because Scuba D. What's he gonna do? Walking? He probably had a weapon. Of
Hit
some
him with like
sort.
his flipper.
Gonna hit him with his tank.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, seriously, if he had a full scuba outfit, those tanks are heavy.
Was he snorkeling?
I don't know what he was. He wrote the article.
Snorkeling.
You just said scuba gear.
Okay, because he was wearing scuba gear, and I couldn't help it because of Adam Sandler movie, you know, Scuba Steve's, where I got that
I'm
from.
Scuba Steve.
I'm Scuba Steve. Yeah. It's very hard for me to not write like something jokey or whatever in there because it's not funny what happened.
It's not funny what happened at all. The guy
situation is
Have they
crazy.
caught the guy yet?
I don't
I
know.
haven't heard any more
I have
about it.
not heard if the scuba diver has been caught, but he was covered. Like, you know, his face, everything was covered.
That's true.
So it would be very hard to identify him unless
Put the
they
scuba gear. Put
they
the
have a
scuba gear
police
on.
lineup of guys in scuba gear.
We picked all these guys up in
Yeah.
the Central Florida area.
It's like 5 scuba guys.
Uh.
And they can say, "Do you recognize any of these men?" Okay, I need to stop.
my
I'm
God.
sorry.
No, I
just,
feel bad for the employees, the managers who are working, or just the employees
how
who are working.
terrifying.
It would be scary because this guy, obviously, he's not going to just walk in there and say, "Hey, I'm taking your money." He had to have a weapon of some sort, which means the weapon was underwater with him.
Okay, so what I read was he
Couldn't have been a
really
gun.
didn't have a weapon.
Well, it's not like they could push him back off the boat because he could just swim back
You know what
up.
I mean? I think he was just very scary and intimidating.
It would be. I don't know.
Because me, I'd be like, you know, I'd be have some choice 4-letter words for him.
I'm in a kitchen filled with knives. You really want to come at me?
Like,
Scuba
yeah, you
Steve?
want to do this? But they could have been in an office or something.
could
That's
have
why
been.
I think that, you know, he didn't just randomly.
He knew what he.
No,
he
he
had
didn't.
to know what he was doing, and he picked that one because that building is on the water,
Yep.
so it's probably easy to get out of the water onto the boat and back and swim away. Then all they gotta do is look for the money that smells like sewer. Because that's the guy who stole it. Because that water,
Money
Does this money smell? Because if it does, because they would have to wash that money. You
Oh.
would using Tide soap for
What if
weeks to get
what
the
if he
smell.
put it in a water type bag?
I think would have been funny though, and not funny, haha. But if a gator would have saw this guy, and he like dropped his money, he dropped everything,
And the gator took the
and
money.
the gator got it, and then all you see is like dollar bills floating around the water. And I'm not making fun of the people who got robbed. 'cause a
No, it's
horrible
the
thing.
situation.
But it's like there are so many variables that this guy's escape plan could have just gone
Everything
wrong.
could have gone way wrong. I
And
mean,
if a gator would have showed up, I mean, I know the gators usually are not at nighttime. I know.
and
Usually they're
they
not.
don't bother you unless you bother them.
Right. But if you swim past them, he probably couldn't see them any better than
Because it's all seaweed
all
in there.
seaweed. And if there's one
Ugh.
of them hiding in the seaweed, even a small 2 to 3 foot gator, if it grabbed a hold of his leg or his arm or his tank or his hose that was giving him air, he could have been in so much trouble. And can you imagine Disney comes in the next day and they find Scuba Steve laying on the side there. Half his leg is gone because the gator
Oh my
ate it.
God, stop.
And he's just laying there. How do they explain this? This guy was robbing us, but
Well, okay, yeah,
TikTok got him.
because like Disney wouldn't want anyone to know that there was a gator.
no.
So
because
they're screwed either
they
way.
can't talk about it no matter what, really, in that aspect. And I wonder if that's why we haven't heard any more about it. They kind of like squash the story.
I
Like,
don't know.
we got to get this go.
I feel like there needs to be a part 2. I want to know what
You
happened.
need to research that and find out.
You know me. And see. Oh, here's the thing: is my worlds colliding because, I love a good true crime story, and this totally is.
Oh my God, you could write this.
I
better,
love
though.
Disney, and I love stupid movies. Hence where I got Scuba Steve.
Right from Big Daddy.
So it's all the stuff that I find entertaining. Yeah, this could be a book.
Okay, so we're gonna bookmark that. We're gonna let Michelle do some research this week, and maybe next week we will have an update.
Maybe I can tell you what happened to Scuba Steve. They may not know because honestly, all jokes aside,
I haven't heard anything.
it'd be really hard to find him because he was covered.
I'm telling you,
I'm
the money
just-
smells.
I'm just glad that the managers who were there
Are
are
safe.
fine and they're
Yes.
safe.
Yes.
And you
Money
know,
can be replaced.
but people
people
can't.
can't.
So yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad that they were okay. And I'm sure this has been quite the conversation piece for these people that were there.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine can you imagine coming in the next morning?
If you are the managers at the Paddlefish and this happened to you, I would love to talk to you. Michele at themainstreetmouse.com.
And you would be the nighttime managers because the daytime there's managers for daytime. there's
Yeah,
managers for
if
nighttime.
you were one of the ones that got robbed by Scuba Steve,
Come on and share the story of what happened.
I would love to hear from you because I find this fascinating. Maybe I need to get a life. I don't know. But yeah, interesting. Okay, next.
Okay. So that's the story of Scuba Steve. Next story that came out, Disney and Selfridges we're gonna joining forces for the most magical Christmas yet. Now Selfridges, I did a little bit of research. It's a UK based like department store,
Yep.
but it's very high end.
Yep.
And I guess they do these big window displays and such, and that's what Disney's gonna be a part of, plus some merchandise, I believe. So that's
But merchandise people can't afford, right?
most likely.
Okay.
So, then we had a new story come out of Imagine That, the Ultimate Dream and Design Experience with Tom Morrow 2.0, that he's back and working with Imagineering. Even more Disney Store Japan and China merchandise came to the DisneyStore.com. So some of the things, 'cause I know a lot of people love the stuff that they get overseas.
They do. I wish they would have more Tangled stuff because overseas has more Tangled. They just don't hit the Disney store.
They just don't hit the
It's
Disney
always
store.
stuffed animals.
It's always stuffed animals. That's what people love. Universal Orlando's Resorts Rock the Universe is going to be returning to Universal January 23rd through 24th, 2026. We have the full lineup of the acts who will be performing on the website, so you can click on the link.
And
read
this is
about
a
that.
Christian concert, right?
Christian concerts that they've been doing. They've never stopped. Marvel Zombies is going to be debuting on Disney Plus September 24th, so just 2 more days. Marvel Zombies, if you remember, if you watched the What If series, it was all part of that series, so now they're getting a full show that's going to deal with that. So we will see that. Levi's and Disney collabed for a Toy Story 30th anniversary.
Yeah, so there's a pair of jeans in there I thought were really cute. But, all right, yeah.
That's all.
I'm not a huge Toy Story fan, but these jeans, the shape of the jeans, they had
All the
had
characters on them.
no, they had like cow print at the very top, but you could cover with a shirt.
Okay.
And
Oh,
it says like yeehaw or something on a pocket,
yeah.
something like that,
Y'all.
because they're supposed to be like Jessie jeans,
Right.
but Like I would wear them with a Q-top and cover that part.
Okay, then. Why can't you just get a regular pair of jeans then?
I totally could.
There you go. Camp Rock 3 has been greenlit for Disney Plus and Disney Channel, so that's going to be coming out. I know the first two.
People are so excited because the Jonas Brothers, that whole situation. Yeah.
It's big. Big deal.
A lot of chatter.
Another thing that came out recently was the star-studded 2025 Candlelight Processional narrators were revealed. And this is kind of getting mixed emotions in the
It is. So they brought like 7 or 8 new people.
Yes.
So a lot of so the big one that people were mad about is Neil Patrick Harris will not
that's
be
one
here.
That's kind of a bummer.
And he is like their draw every year.
Oh, he's their star.
Absolutely. The lines are super long. People will buy the dining package so that they can guarantee a seat. He's really good at it too.
Mm-hmm.
But come to find out, he is on Broadway and is going to be until Christmas.
Oh,
that's why. It's not that he said, like, forget you guys. It's he's working.
Yeah, so that makes complete sense why he's not there. So the other ones are, the first one takes off November 28th and 29th with Constant Wu. She's new. I'm not sure who she is.
I don't know.
And then you have Jordan Fisher.
Oh, yes, I know who that
We all
is.
know who Jordan Fisher is. Then Jennifer Garner. She's
Oh,
new.
yeah.
Now, she plays Elektra in the Marvel Universe. So I think that's her tie-in to Disney with that. Ashley Eckstein.
Uh-huh.
Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid himself.
He brought in a good crowd.
He brought in a really good crowd. Leslie Uggams, Uggams.
No idea.
No idea. She's new. Marley Matlin.
Okay.
She's been there before. Henry Winkler, the Fonz.
The Fonz is
Fonz
going to
will
be there.
Who works a lot with Adam Sandler.
Yes.
But maybe they'll bring.
They were in The Waterboy.
They'll bring Scuba Steve out. Lauren Daigle will be there. I'm not sure.
I think she was in Gossip Girl. Maybe.
Okay. Gary Sinise, which to me,
he's the best.
The best. Hands down, the best.
He's the one who brings in the children and the vets and all that.
He brings in 3 to 4 plane loads of families for that week.
He's a nice guy.
Such a good guy. We were fortunate enough a couple years ago for a media event, and we got to see Gary Sinise's, and they put us in the area where all his staff was at, and it was kind of cool.
It was pretty neato.
It was really cool. Then another big draw, Brendan Fraser.
Huge lines.
Yes. Then Luis Fonsi, not the Fonz.
We're having Fonz and Fonzie.
Fonz and Fonzie. They should have them back to back. I just think
oh my God, that'd be so funny.
That'd be fun.
And then what if somebody showed up expecting to see the Fonz, but they saw Luis Fonzie?
They'd be disappointed, I'm sure.
That's confusing. Anyway, go ahead.
Then you have Joel Smallbone. He's new.
No idea.
Brie Larson, who is Captain Marvel
in
the Marvel Universe. And then Cheryl Lee Ralph will be closing it out.
Yes, I know who that is.
Who's that? I don't know who she is.
I can see her face in my head. But
when I first started reading, I was like, Cheryl Lee Ralph. And then for some reason I said, Sally Jesse Raphael.
Not the same person.
Not the same person, not even close, but I don't know, it got me thinking. So that's the star-studded Candlelight Processional as of now, and there was no to be announced, so that is the list.
Yeah. So like last year, I know they had Joey McIntyre from Nikki's on the Block, who I did not go see because we were not here.
I thought, we were away, I think.
It was 2 years ago. I don't know, but like people were wondering why some of the staples weren't there, and we know for sure why Neil Patrick Harris isn't there.
Yeah.
And I think that he will definitely be missed. But if you say like you're Neil Patrick Harris and you have a chance to be on Broadway and it's going to run till Christmas, but I have the Candlelight Processional, you're going to take Broadway.
You're going to take Broadway because he will easily be welcome back next year.
Yeah.
He will be, and there's a few people who are like Josh Gad has become a staple, and he's not there this year.
He's not there, no.
So it just could be because of booking issues. It could also be that Disney wants to bring in new people.
Yeah, mix things up a little bit because if it's the same person,
they always bring back the same people every year, and it kind of gets old. So I like that they're bringing 7 new people, but also some people who've only been once or twice before. So they're still kind of new. You may not have to see some of these people. So I think it'll be interesting to see how this year plays out, and then we'll know if it played out well by next year.
By who they have next year.
Yeah, because if they bring back all the people from like last year, then we know it didn't.
Maybe they'll bring even they'll drop all those people and bring in like 7 more new people.
I wish they would expand it because that would make Festival of the Holidays a longer festival.
I love that. I love that so much.
It's such a great festival. So
it is.
Today, the new Haunted Mansion Scentsy collection dropped.
It is Madame Leota, and it's got a scent you can also get, and it is when you light it up, it looks like she's glowing.
Oh, that's cool.
And then it's a
So it's
sense.
her tombstone, right? Or no, it's her.
It's her actual crystal ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from the scene in the house.
Yeah.
That's the scene you get. Okay.
Yeah. And it's very, very cool. Sensei has done Haunted Mansion before, which did really well as Hitchhiking Ghost. Yeah. But if you go to I wrote it up, or you can go to our Facebook page and get the link. Yeah, it's under me.
Michele does sell Scentsy on the side. So if you click on that link, it does help us as well.
It helps us so much.
Yeah. So just go out there, find the link. After the show, I will actually update the link that's on the site on the right sidebar. I will put a picture.
I think it's under Michele Marie 313 at Scentsy.com.
If not, just find the link, click that, and
Facebook,
it will take you
it's there.
Yep. And then you can put your order in for this because they are going to go. They will sell out of these.
And they're so cool.
Okay, so then Disney Consumer Products put out the best Disney Halloween costumes for 2025, including princesses, Star Wars, Marvel, and more. Nothing I really.
Okay.
New Golden Girls collection from Cakeworthy. Everybody loves the Golden Girls.
I think so. And it's their 40th I wrote this one up. It's their 40th anniversary collection. Wow. And there's only a few things. It's not like a huge collection. There's like jammies and a blanket and a jacket.
They need to have Sophia's purse.
Oh my God, yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, seriously.
Or something similar to it.
Something similar to that. I think everybody would want that.
Yeah, so I think that it's so weird because the Golden Girls were obviously popular in the 80s and early 90s, but for years now, like people still watch the Golden Girls, and they're more popular than ever.
They are. They had like a resurgence.
They did. They really did.
And it's with a whole different audience than what watched them in the 80s, I'm sure.
Right, because I don't, watching the old reruns, sometimes it's surprising how snarky and some of the jokes, and you're like, oh, they couldn't get away with that now.
No, they couldn't. And we watch it. We put it on almost every night before we go to bed.
Before
it's on the background.
we fall asleep to Golden Girls. We're old.
You see B. Arthur. She drops a line.
And you're like, oh my God.
It's hilarious, but she doesn't smile. She doesn't do anything.
I could only strive to be as snarky as her.
She was fantastic.
Snark master.
And then Sophia was the best. And Sophia did not care. Her character said whatever she wanted to say.
And she said, because I'm old,
Yep.
I can say what I want.
Yeah, it's just, the show was fantastic, and still watching it to this day is awesome. And those are four ladies who are definitely missed in the
for
in the comedy
sure.
world.
It makes me so sad. But yeah, so that information is on our site now too.
Definitely. And just all these news stories we're talking about, they're all hyperlinked to the website, so you can go and read any more about any one of these. Just click in the show notes of this podcast, and you'll be able to click that and go right over there. Next one came up this was an interesting one I seen come out the other day. It was Morgan & Morgan is the America's largest law firm for personal law firm.
We see billboards everywhere here.
Everywhere,
in Florida.
but now I seen it in Michigan when we were there. They're in every state. They have an office in every state in the U.S. now.
They're huge.
And so Steamboat Willie last year became public domain.
Right.
So Disney could not stop people from using Steamboat Willie. There's a gift shop on 192 that painted Steamboat Willie on the side of their building.
Yeah, they did.
Almost as soon as they were allowed to.
They're like,
they did
yes.
it. So they reached out to Disney and asked Disney if they would be able to use Steamboat Willie in some of their commercials and advertisements, because they just wanted to make sure they didn't spend this money on a commercial and then somehow Disney could come after them. Even though they're lawyers, they wanted to talk to Disney's legal team. Well, Disney never really got back to them with an answer.
Yeah, they didn't get back to them.
So they filed lawsuit in Central Florida to find out from Disney, to have a judge come in and say if they could or couldn't do it. So we're waiting to hear what comes out of this, but they are basically suing Disney
for an answer,
because they just want an answer if they can use Steamboat Willie in their commercial. And I guess I could see why Disney wouldn't just say yes, because Disney doesn't want them to use it. Because
so the premise of the commercial is Mickey and Minnie hit each other in an accident,
but he's on the boat. He hits her car from the boat.
How?
I don't know if she gets close to the water or what, but they said Steamboat Willie hits Minnie's car.
And what are we going to do? We're going to call Morgan and
Morgan. So it's a genius commercial. And I can see why Disney's legal department didn't want to say yes, because they just don't want that.
Because then it would make it look like the Disney company is endorsing that law firm.
And they said there's going to be a narrator before and after the commercial said the Disney company did not
or we're not affiliated.
Or they're not giving their okay to this to happen.
Disney didn't say we could, but we're doing it anyway. Here we go.
Exactly. So I just thought it was an interesting article, so I put it up there to get it out there so people could hear about that. So the next thing that came out was Disney Twisted Wonderland, the animation. Now, this is a manga. Is that how you say it?
No.
How do you say it? Manga?
Manga.
It's a cartoon, Japanese-based cartoons.
Aren't they just anime?
Yes.
Can we say anime?
It goes under the anime
Manga
category. Twisted Wonderland is actually coming to Disney Plus October 29th, and I guess this is huge in the community.
Okay, so I don't understand anime, but it is quite a thing. I mean, it is huge.
There's conventions all over the world, worldwide for this.
So this was a big deal for this coming to Disney Plus.
Yeah, and I guess there's other ones that Disney's brought, but this is like the big one because this was a video game in Japan that Disney and a Japanese mobile gaming company built.
That's interesting.
And so they took that video game and they turned it into a show.
And
that's what's coming. And there's going to be 8 shows, I think, one a week for 8 weeks coming to Disney Plus. And everybody says it looks really good. I've never watched it. I something about the art I've just never really liked.
I've never watched anime either, but you know, I know I'm not ripping on it.
No,
I know a lot of people do, and so so if you are into anime, this totally could be something for you.
Oh yeah, end of next month that'll be on Disney Plus, so check that out. Another thing that happened recently, and we decided to put this out, is this past Saturday, WrestlePalooza debuted on ESPN. Now, the reason we brought this up is ESPN being owned by the Walt Disney Company. They signed a deal with the WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, to bring their big pay-per-view events to the ESPN streaming service that's just started. Now, this is huge because ESPN recently signed a deal with the NFL that they're bringing the NFL Network in on ESPN.
Yes, because they filmed a commercial of 2 players on Tron, and one of them was Amon-Ra St. Brown, who is on the Detroit Lions.
Yes, so yeah, that's for tonight's game. They filmed that commercial, but it's a huge deal that ESPN. A couple years ago, everybody thought ESPN was going to go under, or somebody else was going to buy them, and now they've signed a deal with WWE, signed a deal with NFL.
That's huge.
They already have MLB, NBA, NHL, NCAA. They have all these different sports deals that they've actually now become probably the largest sporting, streaming company you could find. Which is, it's great for the Disney company because it took ESPN, which a lot of people were fearing ESPN was going to go away because it was just starting to go down and nobody was really watching it as much. And now it just all of a sudden skyrocketed to number 1.
Yeah, so if you see us reporting about wrestling or sports or something, it's because of ESPN.
It is, because it does fit under the Disney bubble now.
Yeah, and we're trying to broaden our horizons, but yeah.
Yeah, we want to get the name because we want more people to see our stuff. I mean, flat out, we just want to grow. And we can't grow if we stick with the same old, same old.
That's right.
So, festival favorites joined the Epcot's Food and Wine starting yesterday, September 21st, and I think it was 4 previous items that were always known as favorites were brought back. And I'm trying to pull it up here really quick. So you had, where's it at? You have the curry spice fried cheese with mango curry ketchup.
Yeah.
Curry ketchup's everywhere. Potato pierogi with kielbasa, caramelized onions, and sour cream.
Okay.
No, you don't like that one either.
I would get the pierogi with no sauerkraut.
There you go. Frozen s'mores chocolate milkshake with marshmallow syrup and mini marshmallows and graham crackers.
Okay.
Drink. It looks really good, actually. And then they also have the Irish milkshake, which is Guinness Stout, Bailey's Original Irish Cream Liqueur, and vanilla ice cream.
Oh, okay.
In Ireland. So those 4 items just came back to the Food and Wine Festival. You can find them, I'm trying to see here, the Festival Favorites Global Marketplace will be at Epcot, and it is, I believe, just said World Celebration is all it said, so you have to find where the booth is.
Yeah, I got to go looking for it.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just some stuff that people voted they really like, and they're bringing them back, so good for them on that one.
Okay.
Today, the very first trailer dropped from the Mandalorian Grogu movie that's coming out May 22nd, 2026. Did you watch it?
No.
It's really good.
I just like the baby.
I know you do. Well, it's funny because there's one spot in the trailer where the baby shoots something, shoots somebody or whatever, and then you see the little character who you kind of got to know from some of the newer Star Wars movies, and he goes, "Nice shot, baby." That's how he says it. So I thought you would like that.
I know it's Grogu, or they call him Baby Yoda. I just call him the baby.
Yeah, he's the baby.
He's so cute.
So this movie's taking place after the events of Return of the Jedi, but before The Force Awakens. Okay. So it's kind of in that middle area there, and you actually see one of the Hutts. So Jabba, we know, passed away in Return of the Jedi. Leia killed him. But this is his son is going to be in this movie.
It's Pizza the Hut.
No, that's another guy who he got eaten He ate himself to death, didn't he? In the back of a limo, got stuck in traffic.
Okay, anyway, but yeah, the baby.
And the last news story that came out earlier today, Nightmare Before Christmas Crocs.
Yeah, that was just something I found when I was poking around today. But yeah, they're actually kind of cute.
Mm-hmm. And then one thing I'm going to announce that after the show, I'll be putting out by 8 o'clock. We're starting a new series on Mondays called Main Street Mondays.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a blog that's either going to deal with maybe history, little tips, features, things we want to talk about. Just it's not necessarily news stories, more of an educational type blog. So tonight's
Or just
blog,
something for fun.
yeah. So tonight I'm going to dive into over the next few weeks the ghosts of the haunted mansion.
Mm-hmm.
So this week will be the singing bus.
It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. So Michelle's already read the blog to make sure I did it.
I
Okay.
have.
Yeah, I had to have her read it because I'm
a proofreader.
I'm not as good as a writer as she is. I'm not good speaking.
Well, you know.
But that's why I have her read them because I use the same words over and over and over, and she wanted to make it sound better.
There's a little grammar here and
She
there.
tweaked it for me to make it sound better.
But it's fine.
Right. Now it is. So, but yeah, this is the first one of the series. So if you guys could please let me know what you think about it in the notes, either comments on the site or comments on Facebook. I would really appreciate that. And we're going to try to do something new every day, Monday through Friday now. So tomorrow's going to be actually Tuesday Trivia Tuesdays.
Yeah.
So that
So
would
if
be
you
the
like
new-
trivia, tune in for that.
Yeah, we'll have something go up on the site on Tuesday, and then I'll list the answers the next morning. So.
Okay.
So we're up to this week's discussion, and we're already after 7, so we got to get moving.
Okay. I know it's football time.
Football time. Sorry. So for this week's discussion, we were trying to think what could we talk about that we really haven't talked about, and we've decided what we're going to do is we're going to, over the next few weeks, we're going to talk about the best of for each of the parks. And we're going to start today off with the very first park to Orlando, Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom.
So what we're going to do is I've got a list of 7 different categories here. And we're just going to go back and forth, like what's your favorite of whatever the category is, and then go back and forth like that.
All right. It's just, I didn't think about this ahead of time, so who knows what I'm going to say.
So the first one I'm going to do is best attraction. I think for both of us, it's going to be the same attraction.
Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion, hands down. It's my favorite attraction at Walt Disney World.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Best ride.
Tron.
Really?
What am I missing?
No, I guess Tron's a good one. I like Tron. It's just short. Kind of like
It's
Seven
really
Dwarfs. I like Seven
short.
Dwarfs, but it's short.
Tron is more of a thrill ride. It's fun.
It is. I'm waiting. I was gonna say Big Thunder is mine,
Oh.
and I'll be happy when that reopens because I just really enjoy Big Thunder. I always have.
I hope it's smoother because the past few times I've ridden it, it was painful.
Yeah, I think it will be. I think they're because they're redoing the whole track. So
That's why I didn't say Big Thunder because ouch. But
I'm hopeful that when it reopens,
well, they're redoing the tracks, like you said.
Yeah.
So yeah.
should be best sit down restaurant inside of the Magic Kingdom.
I gotta go with Liberty Tree
Oh,
because I'm a picky eater and I can have mashed potatoes and stuffing and salad and rolls and all that.
that's true. You can do all that there. I was between Liberty Tree and I was also between Tony's.
I love Tony's. Now I know Tony's gets a bad rap, but I love Italian food.
Yeah, so mine would be between the two of them. Probably,
Ooh,
I
me
would probably,
too.
yeah, I'm gonna side towards Tony's a little bit more, just because Liberty Tree. I know you love it a lot. I'm not the biggest fan of that one. I'd rather go to some place where we can get exactly what we each want, and I have to do like the family style always.
That's true. So yeah, I can see Tony's is also a good one.
Yeah, best walk up service. Food
At
service.
Magic Kingdom,
Yeah, I
there
know,
isn't
that's a
any.
hard one.
They're all terrible now. So which is the least terrible? Is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Ugh.
I know mine. Mine's easy.
Gosh, I guess Cosmic Rays.
Casey's.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
See, I don't eat hot dogs.
No, you don't. I love Casey's Corner though. I think the hot dogs there are great. So
Yeah, food questions are hard for me.
they are. Okay, here we go. Best snack at Magic Kingdom.
Oh gosh,
Oh, you know what? I just thought of another walk up that I really like.
what?
It's over by Splash where you get the beignets. They have that hot honey chicken and sweet potato fries.
Right, which it's not Splash anymore, but they do have.
Yeah, it's Tiana's. By the
Those beignets are pretty good.
yeah, but so is the hot honey chicken and
Yeah.
sweet potato fries. Okay, anyway, sorry. Best snack in the park.
If I'm just like if it's hot, the Rapunzel sundae.
Yes, definitely.
If it's just any other time and I feel like I have to have something in my stomach or I'm gonna be sick, Mickey pretzel.
Okay. Yeah.
And best, like you see, you're talking about desserts or
I know you got
snacks.
lots
I
of
know
answers for
snacks,
this one.
man. I know snacks. And honorable mention, the citrus swirl, which needs to come back. That was my all-time favorite.
Yeah, you did love that a lot.
I mean, I would even take it over the Rapunzel Sundae. That's how much
Oh,
I loved a
wow.
citrus swirl. So somebody needs to take note because the orange Dole Whip crap they use is nothing compared to what they used for
The
citrus
orange
swirl.
Dole Whip crap they use. Just can't make this up.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go Rapunzel Sundae also because I
Ah.
really like that because you get a little bit is the cake in the bottom
Yeah.
of that. It's like a
Shortcake.
shortcake, and then you get the berries, and the ice cream's really good. Or it's Dole.
It's
Dole
refreshing.
Whip of some sort. It's very refreshing. Unpopular opinion: I do not like churros.
I know you
that's
don't.
a lot of people love churros. I just have never liked churros.
I like Disneyland's churros.
Yeah, I've never had one I like, so that would never. I know a lot of people say that's their favorite snack, but to me, it never would be.
Yeah.
What's the best land of the themed lands? And we'll include Main Street USA. 'Cause it's a land. What is the best themed land at Magic Kingdom, in your opinion?
It's hard. I mean, if we're counting Main Street, I guess Main Street, but also I like Liberty Square.
It's like you stole my answer. You looking at my paper?
There's no paper.
I know. So how'd you know I was going to say? No, actually, I love them both for different reasons. I love Main Street USA just because of the history of Main Street USA. You get to see all the windows of Main Street and see all the
Yes.
people that actually built the parks
And
stuff.
beautiful views with castle.
It-
It's
It's
just yeah.
fantastic. I love Liberty Square, even though right now it's tore up because they're putting in the new cars
Oh
area.
yeah.
But I love all the little attention to detail that's over there.
Right. And so sidebar. I wonder if them putting cars like they're gonna have to follow me for a second. They're gonna have to blend it kind of seamlessly, going from old fashioned Liberty Square to something like Cars.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm hoping that it doesn't take away from Liberty Square.
I've thought
Do you know
about
what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah, because when I think of Liberty Square, I think it was a time before we actually had cars on the roads. Because what's the one thing at the Haunted Mansion? You have a buggy with a horse there that was used.
Right.
So it's like now we're gonna have cars in the middle of Liberty Square, and it's like, does it really fit? I mean,
Lightning
the
McQueen
boats
does
fit.
not go.
No, it really doesn't. I'm sure they will figure out a way to make it look good, and it will work.
Otherwise, people are going to be mad. People are already mad.
People already
So,
doesn't
yeah.
matter. But yeah, I really love Liberty Square. A lot of it just because the amount of detail and stuff that went into that land, and it's small, but I think it's fantastic.
And it has the Haunted Mansion.
And it does have Haunted Mansion, what makes it even better. And last question: best separate ticketed event that happens at the Magic Kingdom. So you've got after hours events, you've got Mickey's Not So Scary, you've got Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. I'm not even sure if there's any other events besides those three anymore, but those three for sure. Any of those? What would you say is the best of those three?
Oh, my goodness.
You can't say they all have a good part. You got to pick one of the.
Oh, it's hard because it's Magic Kingdom.
I know.
And that's because Magic is my favorite park. So, I'm going to have to pick between the two, Halloween and Christmas. And I like them both for different reasons. Okay. One wins by a hair. Okay? Because
Okay.
barely.
Okay.
Christmas party.
Wow.
Okay, and here's
Why?
Here's why. Main Street.
Okay.
Okay, because they play Christmas music. There are Christmas lights on the posts, wreaths hanging from the stores, fake snow. It gives me a little piece of home, if you will,
Okay.
because I miss the seasons up north. I love a good snowy Christmas.
I know.
And in Florida, it doesn't feel like Christmas here because it's just too hot and the palm trees and the whole thing. So that it gives me a home feeling.
Okay. My question for you though, with that answer, can't you get that regardless if you're at the party or if you're at just the park on a normal evening?
They don't have the
Christmas time?
loud Christmas music in the snow.
I thought they did turn the snow on sometimes at nighttime.
Ah.
I know the week of Christmas they do.
Yeah, but we're
'Cause then
usually
they do
not
the
here.
parade. That's true.
So yeah, but that's why. But on if we're talking parades, I like Boo to You parades
Right.
better. So yeah, it's they're very very like
Very close.
very close.
I'm gonna just take the after hours party
Okay.
because I like that the park is a lot less crowded. And if you only say you're coming to Disney and you only have one day,
Mhm.
going to the after hours party, you will get to do more in the park in that 3 to 4 hour party than you will do in a whole day.
True.
Because the rides are quick. You can get on almost every ride very quickly. Plus, you get free ice cream, you get free soda, and you get free popcorn,
True.
including the price. So I think, and I know some of our people some of the other people do what we do. We've all kind of agreed on that at some time or another that it just seems like those parties are just after hours parties just really good because it's so low attendance.
Yeah, because okay, and to add to that, the Christmas party, Halloween party, it used to be a lower capacity to where it was not crowded. Now Disney lets more people in, so
Yes.
it doesn't feel quite as quote unquote special.
Right.
Because it's crowded.
Yeah.
So, and you can't get on all your rides. I mean, you have to make some choices because there's so much going on, which we talked about before. But I get the after hours party because I've had some of our followers say that if they're coming in town and they want to get the most out of Magic Kingdom, that's what they do.
And I think you can get in at 4 or 5 o'clock, so you get those few hours while the park is open for normal. So you can still do
I'm
some.
not
I thought you
sure.
could. I thought you
Not
could
that
get in
early
early.
'cause
Maybe
it's not
7,
it's
maybe.
not Christmas parties.
Maybe like 7 or so. I know you can get in a couple hours before the park closes to the general public, and you can get in and do some things before the party even
Yeah.
starts. So I don't know. That's one I like.
It's
I
a
always
time
have.
saver.
It really is. It really is a time saver. So that was our best of for Magic Kingdom.
'Kay.
So hope you guys maybe learned something. I don't know if we gave you guys any surprises in the whole thing.
Probably not. They
Fine.
probably know us by now. They
should.
probably answered it for us.
Okay. Well, I have a question for you.
All right.
This question comes from Jessica in Indiana. She didn't say what city she was from, just Indiana.
Hello.
She said, Michelle, what characters would you love to see as part of a dining experience? So we've
Ah.
done many different character experiences over the years.
Yes.
What characters currently do you not see in a dining experience that you would like to see?
Okay, so I have 2, Jessica.
And I'm going to ask you I'm going to add to this question.
Oh, you can't add.
I want you to tell me the type of food.
Okay, we're already
theme.
over.
Okay,
Football
go.
is starting.
Go. Ready, go.
Okay, so I have 2 answers. Let's go with obvious first. Tangled. And now, mind you, Tangled dining. I'm talking. Let's go all out.
Okay.
Even more than the cruise ships. I want a big Pascal in a costume like Mickey or Donald.
Oh, my goodness, really?
I want a big Pascal. I want.
That'd be kind of creepy to see a 6-foot Pascal walking around.
Hey, this is my answer.
I know, I'm just saying.
Rapunzel, Flynn, rough more than just Hook Hand or whatever. I want some ruffians.
Okay.
Mother Gothel.
Yes, definitely.
Let's go all out. And I want lanterns. I want like they could have special tables that are boats.
Would it be the Snuggly Duckling would be the overlay type
You
thing?
know what? I don't know.
Or no?
Or I think it would just be Rapunzel themed.
Okay,
Because I want lanterns and boats.
gotcha.
And
That would be cool to do like in the Mexico Pavilion over the water. At Epcot, if
Yeah,
you could.
but it doesn't go with
It doesn't go, but
Okay.
the water area would work.
All right. And for dinner,
Yes.
I'm going to go with chicken dinner like in Frankenmuth, Michigan.
Okay.
Okay. I want buttered noodles,
Stuffing,
stuffing,
potatoes,
that bread,
bread, soup.
Stalin bread, I think is what
Yeah.
it's called. Yeah. I know you've heard us talk about Frankenmuth, Michigan before, which is like Little Bavaria is what they call it.
Yes.
And it is fantastic. So yeah, so chicken dinners.
Okay, and that would go because it's German and Rapunzel's German,
That's what I'm saying.
so it would all work
That's
together.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
And the
That's
second one,
yes, you said 2.
it's close runner up. I would want a Hades
That
dinner.
would be good. That would be fun.
Like Hades and Pain and Panic and walking around.
That would be fun.
Because Hades is one of those rare characters that you don't see unless it's a party.
Right, it has to be a special party, and it's a big deal for him to even be at that
For
party.
sure.
Yeah.
But like, because you see all the other villains around. Yeah, let's do like a Hades party.
Now I have to say, and I know we're trying to. I have to say, I'm a little bit shocked.
Why?
I thought for sure you were gonna want a Hocus Pocus dinner at Halloween time.
Oh, I wasn't thinking seasonal.
Oh, I would. But that's a every year seasonal. I just thought that having the Sanderson sisters.
Okay, Hocus Pocus dinner at Halloween would be fantastic.
Because you could have the sisters, and then you could have Billy.
Yes.
Walking around.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It would be weird for us because we know the real actors.
That's true. We do.
So like fake Billy Butcherson, like we know Doug Jones.
No, it'd be like, Doug, why don't you come with us?
Doug, can you help us out? But yeah, so yeah, I think those are good answers.
No, I think they're great answers, and I agree. I think the Tangled one, because when I read the question, I started thinking to myself, I'm like, she's gonna want Tangled, and I started thinking in my head how you could do it.
Because I wouldn't
really
want
well.
it like, you remember the Bon Voyage breakfast over at the boardwalk?
Yes, where you just had.
It was just Flynn and Rapunzel, but there was like Ariel and Eric, and
yes.
yeah, I would just flat out Tangled.
Okay.
Because Rapunzel deserves more than a bathroom.
And the restaurant on the Magic, the Tangled restaurant on the Magic, is really a good restaurant. The theming of the whole restaurant, I really like it.
Yes, so you could kind of go with something similar, but I would do it even on a bigger scale.
More immersive.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. That's good. Well, Jessica, there's your answer to the question. If you have a question you would like me to ask Michele here on the air, you can email me at scott@themainstreetmouse.com, and I will ask her on the air. And again, she never knows the question until I've asked it to her while we're recording.
That's why sometimes they go off the rails, because I don't know what you're going to ask
She
me.
has no idea. So the harder the questions, the better. Send me the hard ones. Let's stump her. We can do that. Also, on Thursdays, Michele has her Daydream Believing podcast. You can email her at michele@themainstreetmouse.com if you have any comments, questions, or show suggestions. She's always open to hear those from you guys.
Love it.
Love it. I don't really have anything else to talk about except our sponsors. Do you have anything else?
I got nothing.
That's it? Okay, I'm going to run through our sponsors here really quickly. Our official travel partner at the Main Street Mouse is MAI Mouse Fan Travel. They can help you with any of your travel details of coming to town. They will help you plan the perfect trip. They will help you with your reservations for food, hotel, parks, whatever you need, they will help you with it all. And the best part of it all is free. Go to any of their banners on our website, click the banner, fill out a small form. One of their travel advisors will contact you and help you plan the perfect vacation. Our official transportation partner, the Genie Transportation Services, will help you with getting from the airport to Disney, Universal, Port Canaveral to jump on the cruise ship. Whatever you're doing, they are great, and they will help you guys out, and it will all be done first class, and it will be comfortable, reliable, and safe for you and your family to travel with them. Go to thegenieorlando.com. Let them know you heard about them on the Main Street Mouse. Using our sponsors helps us out tremendously, and we greatly appreciate that. And last but definitely not least, and our longest partner is Kingdom Strollers. They've been our official stroller and scooter partner since almost the beginning of the Main Street Mouse. They will help you with any rentals you need while you're here in town. You can go to their website, kingdomstrollers.com, pick the items you need, do it all online, and they will deliver it to wherever you're staying, and they will pick it up when your vacation is over, and it's easy for you to take care of and get the products and the services you need while you're here in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have. I'm going to let Michele close us out. Thank you guys so much for listening this week.
Okay. As always, thank you for listening. Thank you for telling your friends about our silly little show. Thank you for, just sharing the Main Street Mouse's information. You could get your information anywhere, and when you get it from us, we just love you for it. Lost Princess Apparel, lostprincessapparel.com. We have a holiday pre-order going on right now with some really cute stuff to wear to the parks for the holidays, and we also have Halloween stuff in stock. So lostprincessapparel.com. Come check us out. And on that note, I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic, magical week ahead, and we will see you real soon.
Our trip around the Magic Kingdom is almost complete. I can't thank you enough for spending part of your day with me. And I hope you've enjoyed your journey as much as I've appreciated being a part of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please gather your belongings, watch your head and step as you exit, and take small children by the hand.
On behalf of our entire flight crew, thanks for soaring with us.
Now I will raise the safety bar, and a ghost will follow you home.
Some imagination, huh?